Yeah, you do.
Alicia Keys just slammed the piano lid on a 15-year fairy tale.
But this is the thing that I like about the two of you together, because it does feel that you are each other's cheerleaders. But is there ever healthy competition between the two of you?
I would say no, because I feel that one of the things that really works about us is we're very different. Even the style of music is different from my style of music. We complement each other as opposed to kind of ever in each other's way.
Like, people are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house.
And the echo is louder than any note she's ever hit. Word on the street is her husband, super producer Swizz Beatz, has an outside baby loading, due any day now. In one ruthless move, the 9-time Grammy icon walked out of a Century City law office, ringless, head down, playing the silence like a weapon. By the time Swizz hears that knock at the door, the papers will already be sliding across his marble countertop. The empire they built on love songs and blended family photo ops cracked in half the second that pregnancy test turned pink. Fans thought Alicia was the unbreakable one, a girl on fire who could swallow any rumor and keep singing. Turns out the real fire was a slow burn behind closed doors, and tonight it finally scorched the castle to ash. Screens lit up at 2 a.m. when the gossip page No Sleep 411 dropped a single screenshot of a sonogram caption, "Guess who's the daddy?" Within minutes, Swizz's name was trending, sandwiched between eye-roll emojis and baby bottle memes. By sunrise, Sandra Rose and a swarm of TikTok tea spillers had stitched the post into a full-blown pregnancy timeline. The alleged mother? A longtime friend who's been photographed backstage at multiple Versus tapings, always just outside the frame. Hashtags like outside baby alert and blended family fail cracked 1 million views before breakfast. Even casual fans scrolled in disbelief, typing, "No way Alicia stays after this." A grainy paparazzi clip then surfaced. The same woman stepping into a clinic in Soho, bulge visible under an oversized hoodie. The internet jury didn't need more evidence. They'd already returned a verdict. Swizz's camp fired off a tight no comment, but silence only poured gasoline on the rumor mill. Every deleted tweet, every unsent IG story became proof the fire was real. And as the timeline spiraled, one question blared louder than the sirens outside Alicia's Manhattan penthouse. If the whispers were lies, why was the piano queen suddenly nowhere to be seen? She slipped out of a mirrored high-rise in Century City. Hoodie up, sunglasses on, wedding ring nowhere in sight. Paparazzi flashes caught just enough to ID the building. Celebrity pitbull attorney Laura Wasser's office. Alicia didn't pause for questions. She treated the sidewalk like a stage with no audience. Every step said, "I'll speak," through paperwork. Sources whisper she's planning a legal ambush, timing the filing so Swizz learns the news from a process server, not a text. She wants shock value, not negotiation. Friends say the singer practiced this silence in the studio for months, stacking proof like vocal layers on a track. When the downbeat hits, the song will already be mixed and mastered. And if you're wondering why the cloak and dagger routine feels rehearsed, stay tuned. History taught her exactly how loud a betrayal sounds once the world knows the lyrics. The clues started years ago in the darkest corners of entertainment blogs, where alphabet-loving producer became code for Swizz Beatz. Each anonymous post sketched the same picture: secret flights, burner phones, and studio sessions that ended long after the sun came up. 12011 Blind swore the producer's wife was too busy judging the voice to notice the protege in his lap. Another hinted the mistress wore his label's hoodie like a uniform, while humming unreleased hooks. Fans kept screenshots the way detectives keep fingerprints, matching dates, lyrics, and backstage selfies until nothing felt random. Every no comment from Swizz played like background static over a track everyone already knew by heart. NDAs may muzzle whispers, but they can't hide a growing belly, and the timeline suddenly lined up with those blind items perfectly. Even casual observers realized the gossip wasn't fiction, it was foreshadowing. So if the rumor felt explosive last week, remember the fuse was lit years ago and the sparks were landing in plain sight. And the next blast is aimed straight at the marriage's foundation, because history loves to rhyme before it repeats. Long before today's headlines, there was another wife wiping tears off a marriage license, Mashonda Tefrere, the woman Swizz once pledged forever to. Her open letter in 2009 rang like a siren, accusing Alicia of playing duet partner in the studio while rehearsing betrayal at home. "Close your legs to married men," Twitter chanted back then, branding Alicia the homewrecker who harmonized over broken vows. Bloggers carved the mantra into pop culture memory: you lose them how you get them. Now, a decade later, the internet's deja vu is deafening. The same comment sections that once roasted Mashonda for holding on are celebrating her foresight, posting popcorn gifs under the hashtag #FullCircleKeys. TikTok sleuths splice old red carpet footage, Alicia beaming beside Mashonda's little boy, next to fresh clips of the alleged new bump in Swizz's Swizz's orbit. Every looped montage feels like the universe pressing repeat on a song Alicia thought she'd phased out. Yet karma isn't just payback, it's public memory with a long shelf life. The love story Alicia once defended as destiny is echoing back as deja vu, and this time she's standing in Mashonda's old shoes, listening to the same dissonant chord. If history really is a mirror, Alicia now knows how sharp the reflections can cut. And the crowd that once booed her may be front row for the encore she never wanted. Long before this rumored outside baby, Swizz was already writing his fatherhood saga in footnotes and side columns. Back in 2000, he quietly welcomed son Prince with Nicole Levy, while Mashonda was home, pregnant, and believing the vows still held weight. That same year, heartbreak turned lethal. Mashonda's own pregnancy ended in a stillbirth, grief compounded by rumors that Swizz had vanished into someone else's voicemail. She forgave him, married him in 2004, and prayed loyalty could be taught like rhythm. But by 2008, the beat repeated. UK singer Jonna Sebastian gave birth to a daughter he barely acknowledged until DNA receipts hit the mail. So when Alicia stepped onto the scene, she wasn't just falling for a producer, she was walking into a carousel already spinning off-key. They thought wedding bands could muffle old habits, yet every tour cycle carried fresh whispers of hotel keys and half-finished excuses. Now, if this new child is real, it marks Swizz's sixth, and the third conceived while another woman wore his last name. Patterns don't break themselves, they loop until someone hits stop. And Alicia, finally staring at the full discography of his betrayals, might be ready to scratch the record for good. When love crashes in celebrity land, the wreckage is measured in commas, not tears. Together they own a $20 million real estate map that runs from a glass box in La Jolla to a Hudson Valley compound nicknamed Dreamland. Then there's the art. Basquiat, Haring, even an early Kehinde Wiley. Pieces so valuable Swizz once joked the walls needed bodyguards. Collectors call their Dean collection a mini museum. Laura Wasser calls it leverage, because every Picasso hung in their hallway came with 2 signatures, and Alicia wants her half-framed in black and white court orders. Insiders say she'll argue the paintings doubled as brand props in music videos, meaning Swizz profited twice, once on the canvas, again on the streams. Royalties are the next battlefield. Swizz holds producer points on everything from On to the Next One to the still unreleased Wu-Tang project. Alicia owns whole publishing catalogs of her own hits. Each track is a revenue faucet. Turn the handle, money pours out for decades. Word is Wasser's team will demand a split of future earnings, not just what's already stacked. Banking on Alicia's albums to outstream his beats in the long run, Swizz could clap back by waiving their rumored prenup, or by dragging her signature on Mashonda's co-parenting book into court, claiming it proves she's team family and owes him joint custody. Bottom line, heartbreak is messy, but disentangling 2 global brands is messier, and every silent glare across that conference table is worth more than platinum plaques, because whoever blinks first might lose a fortune before losing a name. The internet split like a cracked vinyl the second the rumor hit the algorithm. On one side, Girl on Fire defenders flooding timelines with piano key heart emojis and Protect the Queen memes. On the other, the Girl Got Burned brigade, screenshotting Mashonda's old letter and typing Karma sings the loudest harmony. TikTok loops Alicia's 2009 AMA performance over a montage of baby bump photos, racking up 5 million views in 24 hours. Twitter Spaces turn into impromptu tribunals where fans debate prenups, paternity tests, and whether Swizz's next beat should be called child support. Reaction YouTubers cue livestream countdowns titled Outside Baby Watch, super chats pouring in like popcorn sales at a midnight premiere. Even casual listeners jump in, stitching lyrics from No One into sardonic captions. No one can get in the way, except a surprise 6th kid. Brand experts warn the backlash could dent endorsement deals, but stan armies argue publicity, good or bad, still boosts streams. Through it all, Alicia stays radio silent. Swizz posts a cryptic beat video and kills comments after 30 minutes. Screenshots of the wipeout only stoke the flames, because online, deleting a comment is proof you meant every word. And while hashtags duel for dominance, a quieter question starts humming beneath the noise. If this is how loud the crowd roars over rumors, how deafening will it get when court documents drop? Scenario 1. They settle in silence, sign NDAs thicker than box sets, and post a smiling co-parenting photo by Christmas. Stream counts spike, gossip fades, and the outside baby becomes a footnote in a future autobiography. Scenario 2. Swizz fights back, files his own petition, and drags their art vault into open court. Think Pirates of the Caribbean, but with Picassos. Every filing leaks online. Fans dissect PDFs like lyric sheets, and brands run for cover. Scenario 3. They pull a Will and Jada, sit at a crimson table, confess every affair, and flip pain into PR. Alicia drops a breakup ballad. Swizz counters with a beat tape titled 6 a.m. in Soho, and the divorce turns into a dual album rollout. Label insiders whisper Q4 2025 was penciled for her next era anyway. Imagine the marketing boost if the ink on those papers is still wet. Because heartbreak sells, and a rebranded Girl Reborn tour could gross 8 figures before intro lights dim. But the wild card is the baby. One DNA test, positive or not, could yank the whole narrative left. If paternity proves false, Alicia looks impulsive. If it's confirmed, Swizz's legacy morphs from hitmaker to headline cautionary tale. So cue the countdown. The next beat drop isn't in the studio, it's in the courthouse hallway, and and the whole world's got front row seats. A marriage built on platinum plaques is crashing under the weight of one pink line, and the fallout could rewrite every love song Alicia ever sang. Whether they sign hush money settlements or trade verses in court, the next move will show us if loyalty costs more than art, and who pays the final invoice. So was this always a ticking bomb disguised as a fairy tale, or did Swizz just remix his own worst habit into the ultimate heartbreak anthem? Sound off below, hit subscribe, and keep your notifications on, because the next beat in this saga could drop before the ink on those divorce papers dries.